And a very good day, ladies and gentlemen. Your cruise director Ray, along with Justino and Daniela with Extreme Vegas. This is our celebrity profiles. Welcome.
Thank you very much. How
Nice
are
to
you
have you
doing?
both here.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Star.
Thank you.
Good to be here, huh?
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Same. Good to be here as well. Well, let's talk first of all about the show tonight, Extreme Vegas. What are our guests going to see with Extreme Vegas?
Extreme Vegas is a very exciting show. It's a very high energy show. This is not something you're going to sleep through. There's a lot of very fast-paced music. The concept of the show is if you liked America's Got Talent, Cirque du Soleil, David Copperfield, we try to bring all that into one show. So there's aerial, there's stunts, there's magic, there's illusions, there's, I don't want to give away too many secrets, but throughout the cruise you're going to see the singers, you're going to see the dancers, production cast, amazing production shows, and when you come to our show we're going to show you the variety side of Las Vegas. So back in the days, all of the big productions, all the showgirls went back behind the curtain and they brought a juggler or a magician on board to on the stage to fill in while they changed costumes. Years and years ago, this was the standard, and all of a sudden, these filler acts became quite the center of attention to these shows. They were doing stuff that was extreme, and people were like, "I can't believe they just did that." And as much as the dancing and the singing was a necessity to the shows, that became a really main part. And then you had the Siegfried and Roys that went off and became their own show and became legendary. Tigers. And yeah, exactly. No tigers on the ship tonight. But yeah, that's the concept of the show, is we're bringing you all the variety of Las Vegas.
So it's not a magic show.
It has a lot of magic in it, but it's not a magic show.
Show with illusions.
Yeah.
But we also have some quick change, correct?
Yep.
A lot of aerialists, is that correct?
Yeah.
And some
extreme stunts, hula hoops.
What
I look great doing the hula hoops.
Yeah, what's the story with hula hoops? I understand would be champion. Would it be champion hula hooper? Hula hoopist?
Hula hoopist.
Is it hula hoopist?
Yes.
And it is an award-winning champion hula hoopist,
Yes.
correct? And let's talk a little bit about hula hoops. This is amazing. I know it sounds funny seeing it now, but hula hoopist Daniela, explain a little bit about what a hula hoopist does.
Well, basically, it started out when I was 11 years old, just playing around, as most kids have toys that are hula hoops, and basically just played around with it so much that it became a talent. And so basically now what I'm doing with them is I created an act based on these hula hoops, but there's going to be several in different parts of my body and with different combinations. So when you say hula hoop act, it sounds really bizarre, but when you see it, it kind of all makes sense.
And several is a very key word.
There'll
be several hoops. Several.
And it's also very good to keep fit.
About 50 pounds worth of hula hoops, at least. Yeah.
About a 4'7" guy worth of hula hoops.
Yes, exactly.
It helps combat that buffet that we have on board.
Now you obviously just are an illusionist. How does one become an illusionist? How does one wake up and say, I want to be a doctor? How does one wake up and say, I want to be an illusionist?
It's not as easy as you think. It's a very closed world that it really they keep themselves in a very tight ball. I loved magic since I've been a kid. I mean, I've been an entertainer my entire life.
I think every kid, every boy loves
magic's
magic.
A thing, yeah.
You get in, you have the magic phase,
yes,
right before Power Rangers and after Elmo.
Not out of that phase yet.
Unfortunately, I was way before Power Rangers, but Smurfs, maybe Smurfs.
Okay.
But anyway, yeah, I loved, yeah, just dated it. I loved magic. I always had a magic kit as a kid. I'm sure it was really lame stuff, but I probably bored everybody over the Christmas holiday season doing some corny trick. But I did like it, but it was never my professional career. I was an entertainer, and it's surprised that I didn't get into it earlier. I actually started off as an extreme juggler, and we did pretty bizarre juggling. I made a juggling that looked like a Kiss concert. I was the world's only fireworks juggler. I actually went to over 42 countries performing juggling real fireworks to close finales of big productions and stuff.
No fireworks, right?
No fireworks. No fireworks on the ship. The captain doesn't like the jugglers burning down the theaters.
The company doesn't like that.
No, for some reason.
Ship's bad.
I don't know why, but that was how I got started, and then throughout the act we started putting a little bit of magic touches into things, and then when we actually got married, we both started liking illusions a lot, and when we created the show Extreme Vegas, we wanted the show to touch on everything that was best of Vegas variety. And how do you do that if you don't show illusions and magic? That's one of the key elements of Las Vegas.
How does the juggler meet the hula hoopist? How did that happen? How did you become a couple?
New York City, back in what year? Should we reveal that? I don't know what year that was. Yeah, about 11 or 12 years ago now. We met in New York City performing a gig together.
Really?
It was a big corporate event out there, and we all met. And she was the act that was just before me. And yeah, I kind of had to get her number. And it went from there. She said no many, many times first.
Yeah.
So I had to work hard for this one.
I know how that is. I mean, not with her. I mean,
No,
in
wait a
general.
minute, yeah.
I mean, in general. No, no. I hear that word a lot. No. So you guys met at an event and just became.
And we actually worked together a few times after that, and the moment we started officially dating, that was it. We never worked a gig together again.
Really?
Yeah, never worked together again.
I was
And
in Canada, and
yeah.
we were back in the States.
yeah, we were touring both different places, flying all over the place, and so a lot of money on phone calls. Back in the day when it wasn't cheap like it was
Yeah,
now.
no Skype back
no
then.
Skype,
Cell
no.
phones, like,
Yeah.
barely.
Yeah, cell phones were expensive back then. So yeah, we got married in 2000, and
Congratulations.
thank you very
That's
much. And we've been able to, ever since that date, we've never been apart. We've always
Right.
worked together. And then we had a show previous to this, then we went over to a production company in Australia and did a casino for a very long time with our feature acts, her hula hoop act and my extreme juggling act. At that time, we were there for 2 years performing in a casino, so we used that time to actually create this new idea that we had of the show. Right after that, we ended up going to our first cruise ship in 2007.
So ships are new to you.
Yeah, we're fairly newbies to cruise ships.
This is kind of cool
Yeah.
because the whole ship act or the working on the ship part of the job is new to these two, and it actually fits. How do you like the ships? It's kind of interesting, isn't it?
I love it. It was a big transition from coming from casinos to cruise ships.
Not your
because-
cabin, of course.
Oh, no, not at all. Not at all. The apartment on the beach in Australia compared to the cabin was exactly the
It's a
same.
nice window, though. It's a
Yeah,
nice
exactly.
You have a
Great
beach.
view.
It's just out there.
Yes, Nemo outside. But basically, the biggest change was the fact that any event that I've ever worked, when we're there and we're in that venue, it's our venue. It's the show's venue,
Right.
and we have our own lockable dressing rooms. We have all our space backstage, and for 6 months, 12 months, 18 months, whatever the contract is, that's your show. The lighting is yours. The stage is yours. Everybody knows the show, and it's perfected, and that's it. And they really laughed at me when I asked for a few of those things on a cruise ship, and they're like, "We've got 12 shows in 12 days on board."
Yeah.
And you're like, "What? In the same theater?" And it's for an entertainer to even be backstage and see the amount of sets that are squeezed into little holes, and the amount of figuring out how things can place like a Tetris game, and the amount of lighting that changes, and the amount of rehearsals. And I mean, even installing this show, we were up till 6:30 in the morning many nights, and this crew that's in here works all day.
Yeah.
You know, they're not just here for our show. They have other events, other production shows that they're doing. 2 shows run live last night.
Yep.
All through the night tonight, we'll be in there setting up, getting ready for tonight's show, and it goes on and on and on through every single night. That way, there's always a production show setting up for the next one.
Yep.
That theater never sleeps, and
That's
neither
the
do
way
those
it
guys.
goes. That's the way it goes. Do you like the ship audiences? What do you
Yeah,
think so
they're
far?
great. They're great. It's great to be in a confined environment when they can't leave the theater. There's no if the show's bad, there's nowhere to go. No,
Yeah.
no, they're great. There's so many things on board that they can do, and they still come to the theater and see the shows. And I think what is so great about the audiences on a cruise ship is they didn't drive to go see an event somewhere and that's it.
Yeah.
Every night, they don't have to worry about the parking and the flights and the tickets. They come in, they go to the theater, they're going to see opera one night, they're going to see
Yeah.
comedy the next night, they're going to see
That's
variety,
the
they're
thing.
going
With
to see
entertainment,
magic.
they're there for entertainment. They're sitting down. Okay, let's be entertained. They're not going to a specific show, going on that cruise, or going to that theater for a specific show. So they come in open-minded,
Yeah.
which is great
Yeah.
because there's nothing preset as far as what they expect. And all of a sudden, boom, there it is. And usually the reaction is very, very good.
Well,
So-
we're an audience member. We go to every show we can see.
Yeah.
We're in the theater all day long or all night long, and then we find out another show. And let's go dress up, go see the show. You
Might
know,
as well.
It's
Definitely,
great.
it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
So the
we
ship,
get to meet a lot of people. You know,
ship
so
thing's working out all right then, huh?
it's working out great.
Okay.
Still here.
Yeah,
Still
that's
loving
good.
it.
That's
Yeah.
very good. All right, tonight is a show. Check your Freestyle Daily. It's going to be a lot of fun. Extreme Vegas, Justino and Daniela. Pleasure having you on the Star. Looking forward to having you here for the whole time I'm here. I know you're going to be here for a while, so that's great. Remember, it's not just hula hoops. It's hula hoopist. I remember, and he was got into magic around the Smurf era. So
Hey,
let's go back to about 83, 84, somewhere like that. No, pleasure having you on board.
thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you.
For Celebrity Profiles, this is your cruise director, Ray. Have a fantastic day on board, everybody.